The University of Michigan is made up of a very diverse student body with over 50,000 in attendance each year. In their time at U of M, students have ample opportunities to join organizations that allow for free expression, as well as a medium for finding like-minded individuals. The goal of this project is to see what would happen if such a diverse group of people were transported to an isolated island and forced to create their own society. We have interviewed roughly a dozen random students to gain insight into what their vision of a new society would be. Each student is affiliated with a different group on campus, and many of them have views on all aspects of the political spectrum. As you will be able to clearly see, the political theorists that we have studied throughout the semester are exemplified throughout the interviews.
Do you think all humans should have equal rights regardless of age, race, disability, sex? Yes.
Oh, equal rights for sure.
Yeah?
But like in terms of like other equality, like equality as far as like you get what you deserve too. Like if you don't work as hard as somebody else, then you shouldn't necessarily get as much as somebody else.
What do you view as natural rights of human beings?
I think Locke and Jefferson stated it the best. With Locke, life, liberty, and the pursuit of property. And then Jefferson, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I think those two laid it out clear.
Healthcare, I think you should have the right to vote. I think you should have the right to, obviously, Social Security, American citizenship. All of the first 10 amendments, I agree. I'm a little iffy with the right to bear arms. I have mixed feelings about that.
I mean, natural born rights, you feel like the right to life. Like I think like pretty much like how America is. Just like freedom to do things and like be respected and be treated fairly.
Obviously, you know, everything's not going to always be equal, but everyone should be granted the same, you know, opportunity and availability.
Okay, I believe everyone has a right to be happy and protection, that everyone has the right to be like secure and to feel that they won't be harmed, I guess. That everyone has the right to be comfortable and to freely express themselves and to not have fear of judgment or any of that sort.
I mean, I think there's certain rights that we can agree that all people should have. The right to their own life, the right to not be discriminated against, the ability to choose the way to live their life in a way that does not harm the rights of another person.
My beliefs are that everyone should have the 4 freedoms, FDR's 4 freedoms. So freedom of worship, freedom of speech, freedom from fear, and freedom from want. And I know the want one is like, okay, well, like not like if someone wants a Mercedes, they can get a Mercedes, but like wanting like food or hunger, like the basic necessities.
Natural born rights, healthcare, education,
Do you think that each group at U of M would divide up the island? How do you think it would be divided up?
Okay, there would definitely be a significant part of the island that would be designated to Greek life. Just because, like...
Shut up, no, this is good.
Just because, like, that's how it kind of is here. And I don't think if you put us, like, in Michigan or Texas or on a deserted island, that's really going to change everything. So Greek life would definitely take over some aspect of the island. Whether it was like actually exclusive or not, I don't really know, but they would flaunt their Greek life.
I assume you could just split it up even.
I split it based on race probably. I think that'd be the way to start it off.
The athletes will probably want to live near the athletes, and the Greek life will probably want to live like by the Greek life, and everyone else will probably want to live by everyone else, you know what I'm saying?
How powerful should a government be? What should be the limitations of government? Should the people be able to easily voice their thoughts?
Yeah, it's important that everybody's voice is heard, but also the government needs to have a certain control over the people, not go crazy.
Hands down, that's the only way that you can actually know that the government is doing what it's supposed to. If it's not doing the will of the people, it's not doing its job.
If there's a problem, like someone is having a conflict, if there's a faction that's just really disobeying society, now what do you think should happen to them?
I mean, if they're that radical that they're like endangering the society, I mean something needs to be done. Just like how it is in the world today.
should we have a constitution? What would your Bill of Rights look like? What are the most important civil liberties?
Okay, I definitely believe we should have a constitution because I think if it's written down and people can refer to it over the years, it's probably better. Word of mouth, everything gets misinterpreted or lost in translation. Not so much translation, but just it's good to have a written document that you can refer back to.
And Bill of Rights.
And Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights would definitely be in the Constitution. I like our Bill of Rights now.
I think in this day and age, I would probably focus mostly upon discrimination, making sure that there is the equal treatment that should be given to each person.
Regardless of anything, everyone is equal.
Height, weight, sex, gender expression, religion, whatever.
Yes, we would have a constitution. The most important civil liberties are like the ability to express yourself, the ability to have protection.
Do you think we would survive? Do you think
U of M?
Yeah, do you think the student body could do it?
I don't think everyone would survive, but I think some people would.
Like the different like leadership things on campus will govern together until the strongest survive.
Those two are looking to go into a professional field, so I think we might have a little more civil education.
Do you think a sort of elite would come out of that student body?
Definitely.
Definitely.
I think a group of people would step up to lead, not just one person.
Would this group of people come from various diverse groups of the student body?
No, I think one group would take over.
I don't think it would be an elitist government. That could be my idealist perception of the Michigan community. I think a lot of people would try to step up and lead, and in the process it might get a little tough. It might go towards what certain groups with more power feel. But I think overall, if you're on a desert island, you'd have to work together. So I'd like to think that people would sort of come together. I think most people who come to Michigan have a very open mind and broad sense. They wouldn't have come here if they weren't open to liberalness and change. There are a few minorities that don't agree with that, like if you're an extreme, conservative, maybe, I don't know. But I think that it could work. It would take some time and it would take some adjustment. But I think if you were to segregate yourself from all these outside world political views that kind of enforce us, like our parents and the news and our religion, but I think if you just put us in this deserted island, you could kind of conform what worked best for that group.
Do you think the student body of Michigan could form an able democracy?
To be honest, yes. I feel there are so many diverse groups of people we've been all brought up, in fact, to lean towards democracy, especially in the country we are right now. And being such a diverse body with different ideas and education, we could definitely make a democracy.
So even though the student body seems to be in like a very clique environment, you believe that we would be able to work together?
Absolutely.
And overcome those differences?
Needed, yes.
You know what? If we were to all be put on an island, honestly, there would be no government.